welcome back to Laser Penguin Games. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Magic Missile Amazon and Diablo 2 MiXL Sigma. And let's start with the skills like we normally do. So for the reward tree, I'm going to max out Spirit of Vengeance. I put one in Spellbind, and that's about it for this whole reward page. We're not going to do anything with the Bow, Javelin, Spear page. We're going to be putting points into blood and neutral. So for the blood tree, we're going to max out our magic missile, one on Balefire, one on Bloodstorm. We're going to max out Bacchanalia, and I just put one on Lava Pit to have basically another damage type. If I run into something, it's just all magic resist. But I mean, I'm going to have more fire anyway. You'll see in a second from the neutral tree. So I put in, I mean, I guess I have two in Wild and Free, but it was just an extra point, so I usually just put one there. Maxed out Fire Elementals and maxed out Balance, and then put one in Static Frenzy and one in Defensive Harmony. Here you can kind of move the points around a bit. Some people might like more points in Defensive Harmony, but I wanted more defense because I just didn't have a lot. My armor rolls are not super high on my items right now, so I wanted some extra armor, and then I just wanted a little bit of extra movement and hit recovery, so I put the extra point in Wild and Free. And then also the Fire Elementals are going to be tanking and doing extra damage of another type as well. Although they don't do a lot of damage, they still can take a lot of hits, so that is what their job is, basically. A little bit extra damage, obviously, too. That's pretty much it for the skills. It's pretty simple. For stats, I just put enough in strength and dexterity to wear my gear. My block chance isn't very high. I guess that's why my defense is a little bit low, too. My dex isn't very high, but I wanted to put more into vitality and energy. Basically my damage is going to come from the energy, and then I have a big life bonus from Spirit and the Blood Tree passive, so I end up with, well, I have 16.3 here, and it's going to go up a bit more, I guess, when we get the buff from the Spirit. I think it's going to be somewhere around 17k HP or something like that, 17.5. For the gear I'm using, most of this you can just use crafted and rares, but I went with what I have. I mean, I don't have, there's an SU shield that's better, I think, than what I have, but I couldn't find one. So Horus Herald is really, it's not too hard to make, to just farm some, it's basically 6 Maw runes, and this is going to give us Sword All skills and a lot of other basically nice physical magic, damage, cast speed, everything you really want. Physical resist. I did use an Oil of Conjuration before I made the rune word, and that's pretty much it for the weapon. You can use, there's a lot of different, you can just craft one, craft a scepter, or there's also, you can just use something like Dream Plunge. It's just there's a lot of options for this. The only thing I really recommend is the helmet, which you'll need a Gaul rune, and this is going to give you Unicorn, which is going to add 3 projectiles to magic missiles, and also it goes up to 5 Amazon skills. And then you'll see all the jewels I put in my gear are pretty much just cast speed and physical magic damage, as well as obviously if you can get the bonus energy and life stats on them as well. But I pretty much loaded up on all jewels for this build. I'm using Jerry's Necklace Amulet. I think this is going to roll up to 3 skills, and then you could lucky it to 4, but mine's only at 2, so it's not the best one, but it's still pretty decent. It has everything you need for Magic Missile Amazon. Using a Witch Drum, which also you need to find a +4 Amazon skills one. And that's going to give us a lot of more damage and stats as well. But again, like there is an SSU shield. It's Amazon only. That's basically for this build. If you can get that, might be a little bit better. Using crafted gloves. They're 2 to Amazon skills. I think I made most of them with Eerie Shrines to get more energy factor. So I went with I'm just using like a regular moon wrap here. I'll see it's tier 4. And this was just, you can add a lot of orbs to it. So I just wanted to, it comes with the base cast speed. There's a better SSU belt obviously for this as well. There's a +2 skills and a whole bunch of nice stuff on it. Boots, I'm using Angel Wrath. These can have up to 2 to all class skills, but mine only has 1 Amazon on them. But this is going to give you more physical resist and extra life as well. And then you can just add some more jewels to that. I'm using 2 seals of Kairos for my rings. These are kind of interesting because they give you minus life regeneration. So when they stack together, they give you minus 100. But when you're using magic missiles and I guess I'll just show you the armor. It's just crafted anyway with $2 skills. But I added with the orbs, I added a lot of life regen to counter the minus regen on the rings, so I could use them. Otherwise, like 100 life loss a second can be pretty bad. But I think I may have added a little bit too much, because now I think I'm still regenerating HP, whereas it's actually not bad to have like a small life degeneration because of the way the skill works. So you can see here, when you're below 66% of your maximum life, you're going to do 174% more damage. So you actually I would probably want to add a bit less regeneration, so that even if you get it down to where you're only losing like 5 to 10 life, then you can get yourself in a nice spot for a while where you're doing extra damage. Also, you can use you'll be able to use your bloodlust to get that damage as well, but it's not going to be active a lot of the time, so you won't always have that damage. Alright, let's just go and like lab in stage 1 or something. Show off this build. Maybe I'll get my Merc back as well.
Yes, warrior.
I don't have enough gold right now. Oh, I spent it all on Mars. I don't know, I probably don't need them anyway. It's only Labyrinth 1. So it's actually not bad to take a few hits with this build and then gets kind of stuck below, I don't know, I guess between 50 and 66%. And then obviously I'm going to have a Shamanka in my offhand and get the double bloodlust. I shouldn't even drink a potion there. Try to get my more fire elementals out. I think the cap for the cast speed on this is around 160-ish, but I have like 200 anyway. I just tend to aim for 200% cast speed on my caster builds now, because a lot of them are close to that. Those magic missiles. Also, I'm gonna have to recast, and then as well as the bloodlust that I'm casting, I'm gonna have spellbind to make the enemies do less damage. Ow, that's hurting a lot. Let's try to find a keystone. Wait, what kind of... Oh, I got a... Yeah, just light yellow. Oh yeah, I can use that for something. Okay, that's a sigil. Effigy. Man, I'm chucking potions like crazy. Gotta start summoning ahead of where I'm going. And let minions take the damage. Although, it doesn't seem like the fire elementals are just holding back and trying to let me fight everything. So am I not actually regenning right now besides the... No, I am. I have like a slight regen. Which is weird because I didn't actually get 100. I think I only have 80 life regen on my gear. So it's like it's not... I'm not sure if it's actually doubling the minus. For that works properly. So you're gonna have to basically just have to test it, like putting one orb at a time and seeing if you actually regen the health or not. Because it's mostly you want either if you can get it to not regen at all, like if you can find it perfectly where you don't lose or gain life, then you can kind of just sit on a certain level HP and always have the extra damage, which is also the best thing to do, but it's really hard even with the extra D2 stats. I can't really find out what exactly my regen is or which items are working properly, so I should have just done one orb at a time. I want to finish. Give me the keystone. Why do you not give me the keystone? I cleared most of this? Trying to summon ahead this time. Oh, there we go. Completed Driftstone 2. You can get out of here. Usually there's only one mystic die. Oh, look at that effigy. Which one do we get? -5 level requirements to an item. But requirements plus 25%. So this is going to let me basically add more orbs to an item as long as I can have enough stats to wear it. Well, it could be useful. But anyway, also if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video. Hello everyone who made it to the end of the video. This is LaserPen Games, reminding you to smash that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps out. And if you're looking for even more content, check out my Patreon here, where I post exclusive video content every month, and you'll have access to all of that.